How's it going, everybody? My name is Jacob, and I have had the opportunity to interview over 20 actives from the Gamma Zeta chapter of the Alpha Chi Sigma fraternity, asking why they joined and what they have come to love about their favorite chemical fraternity. Here's what they had to say. All right, first question. Why did you join AXS?
I was basically just looking to make more friends. I more specifically want to make more friends in my major and who are interested in what I was interested in.
Because I wanted to meet people within my major.
Freshman year, I knew no one in the chemistry department. As OChem started, I thought it would be helpful to have more friends in the chem department and get more involved in the events going on.
I joined AXS because I felt like it would be nice to sort of get more involved with that department, I
wanted to just rush to see what it was all about, figured, hey, it'll be interesting to see what kind of experience that would be like.
Because being a transfer student, you are kind of at a disadvantage in terms of making connections and meeting people, and I assumed that the best way to meet people to be joining a already established group.
I had friends freshman year, but I didn't feel like I was super close with them because of the differences between us and the differences in our majors and long-term career goals. So I was just looking for something where I could meet people that have those things in common.
My older sister was in a professional fraternity when she was in college, and she loved it so much. When I heard that there is a chapter of Alpha Chi Sigma at Cal Poly, I got really excited because I was hoping to find other people to connect with who shared the same love for chemistry as I did.
So originally I joined because someone in my research group told me about it and he was in AXS, and I was like, sure, why not?
Or I started off as a microbiome major, and then I changed majors to biochem. Going into my second year, I had no academic support group, so I decided to rush AXS.
I had heard about it during my freshman year. I was at one of the tutoring sessions that Alpha Chi Sigma offers every single week. It was a great organization. The people were really nice and really friendly. And I was like, why not? I'll check it out next year when I can rush.
How would you say AXS has impacted your undergraduate experience?
When I joined AXS, I had a place physically, emotionally, and mentally where I knew I belonged. I would stop going to straight home to class from classes. I would go to the action room, kind of stay there and talk to people.
It's just such a great group of people, and just the nature of rushing in an organization like this, you just get really close with people and you have a bond of brotherhood.
Just all the friendships I've made along the way, feeling like I was finally home.
Being a part of AXS means that you are a part of this greater community involved in the chemistry, biochemistry, and the entirety of Cal Poly as a whole. It's so much more than just a fraternity.
It's a very supportive community, and I feel like I found a whole new family in it, and I've never felt so loved and accepted in a group of people before.
Being able to be there for your brothers and have really open conversations with people because we're very inclusive.
It's really about being part of this brotherhood, this sense of community, and it gives you a space where there's people who are like-minded and motivated and driven and interested in chemistry.
We struggle a lot in classes, and I know struggling together has been the best part of AXS for me.
I don't know, I feel a lot more connected with the chem and biochem community. I feel like the department is so unique and distinguished from the rest of campus.
It gave me the opportunity to be the research co-coordinator. That was really a stepping stone and a fundamental position for me to realize I really like helping people through chemistry.
I definitely feel more connected to the major. My first 2 years, I liked science, I liked biochemistry. But ever since I joined AXS, it's not so much as I like science, it's more of I am a scientist.
What's your favorite memory from AXS so far?
My favorite memory of AXS was when I found out who my big was. She is one of my best friends in the entire world. And so when I figured out that she was my big, it kind of brought the whole AXS community and the fraternity itself kind of full circle for me.
We had this little booth set up during I think it was a science night, and we had little demos to show kids like the amazing parts of science. And it was like really cool to show a new generation of potential scientists like how cool science can be.
It's probably that pizza and painting event, which is like the Rush event that I went to is probably like the last thing that was offered. But it was so welcoming because even the people that I didn't know, they were so interested in learning who I was as a person and why I was interested, why I wanted to join.
Research 101, because that's how I really got interested into research. And I think it's really important to me because research now plays such a big role in my life.
I guess it was Smack-O-Lantern. Everyone dressed up and we all did costumes, and I was an e-boy, and I brought a bunch of my roommates that weren't in AXS, and so that was fun.
I went skydiving with a bunch of brothers like last summer.
During Big Bro Week, when me and Phil had to film a full minute dance in the middle of Baker.
I think probably Logan, our former president, dressed up as Waluigi.
We had a social at my house, and we invited 2 professors, and watching Dr. Hagen and Dr. Costanzo playing Mario Kart was beautiful.
TV Day is fun.
It was part of Big Bro Week. I dress up as like Dwight from The Office. Anytime somebody would say like the word big bro, like in a sentence, like I would have to get all the paper that was like in my suitcase and I had to just throw it up in the air, like wherever I was, and I had to say limitless paper in a paperless world.
What would you say to someone that's unsure about rushing currently?
I would tell anyone who is unsure if they wanted to rush just how much I really value our group and how I think it's a really genuine, cool group of people.
I think it's always awkward to kind of force yourself into a social situation in which you either don't know anyone or maybe you know a limited number of people. But I really feel that everyone in the fraternity will very much like lessen that kind of stress.
When I was thinking about rushing, I knew no one, but then I met some people in like the pre-orientation meetings, and that pushed me to run.
If you're interested in Rush, I'd say Rush and see if this is the type of people you'd like to be surrounded with, or even like the type of activities. I feel like Rush is a pretty good tone setter for what most things are going to be like.
It's definitely not a commitment. It's more of a stay there as long as you feel comfortable, Go through the rush process, get a feel of what the environment's like, what the other actives are like.
Being an active, you understand like what pledges went through, obviously. So I think if you're on the edge, actually talk to actives who've gone through it.
I highly recommend you show up to the rush events and talk to the actives.
Seeing like the welcoming environment, like just standing there awkwardly and then having someone come up to me and be like, oh, hey, what's your name? I was like, it was very nice because it was a very like comfortable environment to like get to know each other.
We have many different facets of our fraternity. And so if you are looking for any kind of thing, you can find it within us. If you're looking for just a group of friends to meet and talk to, or if you want to get involved in like your community or in other career paths and like talk to people to talk about your career, like you can find all of that within AXS.
Regardless of whether they're a chem, biochem major, even if they're not a bio major, I'd say they should rush AXS.
Do it.